Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading today. We have another tarot reading for you guys. We do. Coming at you today on this rainy day, and I hope you guys are well. So take what fits, Sagittarius, and leave the rest out. Okay, that's who we got. And we have the Empress. Okay, and here she is. Let's see what else. And we have the Tower. Okay, OMG. And we also have the Queen of Wands. So, you know, that could be you, Sagittarius. But the Tower and the Empress is usually having, it could be an awakening, but it's usually a powerful realization, like an insight, intuitive insight that comes usually in a hard way, like an abrupt awakening or a harsh truth, it can be. But, you know, with the Empress, this is about realizing like who's important to you in love. It can be about money someday. The Empress, second house, ruled by Taurus. That's the money part of the Empress, kind of luxury, can talk about that, possessions. But, you know, in these readings, you know, they can be about money, but of course, but definitely about love, right? Somebody might have had a rude awakening or an abrupt awakening or a harsh truth they learned about who their ideal person is regarding love. That could be going on here in this reading, all right? So let's see what else we have. And yeah, we're going to use these cards today that are the symbol on. Let's see what we got. We have the Queen, and she is very much desired, and she's holding the red apple. And this talks about desire and passion. Yes, and Leo is here. Leo is about life force energies. It can be. It's associated or connected to the heart, Leo. And Taurus is here, and she's a queen. That can talk about possessions and kind of luxury or financial stability. It can talk about somebody's values and what's really important to them. And we have the marionette, and the marionette is a puppet, but she has jewels all over her dress. So that can mean that somebody was kind of a puppet or kind of a slave to their own like finances or to materialism. It can. It's also about with this queen that somebody really desires here and the Empress. It's also about that you could have somebody wrapped around your finger, Sagittarius, because they feel like you are it in terms of love and passion. You're the one. Yeah, you are the special one. That could be going on here. Both these cards can be about passion and desire. I beg your pardon. Let's get another card. Let's see what we got. And we have the the clinging card. Somebody's clinging to their money because a marionette is associated with that. You know, and so she's holding on to her money, but she lives in a jail cell. So that's what I mean about somebody might really be connected to their money, but it's definitely not, you know, bringing them any happiness. Maybe somebody's just clinging. That's the name of the card, not necessarily to money, but clinging. Maybe they don't want change. We have, you know, Taurus is here again. Taurus is a fixed sign. It doesn't like change, right? Yeah, and I have a Taurus moon, so I would know about that. Yeah, and so let's see what else we have. And yeah, let's see what we got. Let's get another one of these cards for Sagittarius. And we have the castigation. It's somebody's giving themselves like a spanking here, kind of, or like, you know, this is about she's harming herself because something's really hard to do. Like there's like a sacrifice. Something's really hard. Somebody might be clinging in a situation where it's over, clinging, because the tower always implies something that is either over, it ended, it fell on its face, it served its purpose, or a powerful realization that ends something, a powerful intuitive insight. So let's see what these astrology cards have to say for Sagittarius. And we have the Gaia card. This is Mother Earth and nature and embodiment. This is about something that's very natural. So Sagittarius, for me, you're somebody's natural queen or king in love. Like when it comes to desire, we have so many cards of desire. The Empress, the Queen here, and the Marionette. They're all about desire and passion. They are. And we have Uranus. All right, this is revolution, invention, and eccentricity. In other words, something that's not conventional. That's Uranus. So if you know Aquarians, they're not always conventional, right? Like everybody else, they kind of dance to their own drum. And they are about ingenuity. Yeah, they're about intelligence and inventing, and they have their own way. They sure do. They can be about brilliance. Yeah, it can. And so we have invention here, right? And what does invention kind of mean? Something new, right? You're innovating, and that's what Uranus is about, innovating and bringing about good change typically. But it can come by this tower over here. This is a very Uranian card, right? Maybe there's a fight with somebody here. It's possible. Maybe it's an argument over money. That could be with these money cards. And these are both about money here. Yeah, OMG. So let's get into it right now and see what we got, Sagittarius. If you want to get a psychic reading with me, I still have a promotion going on. Yeah, the prices have been knocked way down. So if you want to get a reading with me or you ever wanted to, now is the time. The only deal is if you book it, you must pay as soon as I send you. You have to pay the same day I send you the links. All right, the payment links. So yeah, but psychic readings, I'm good at them. I always check my work for accuracy, and they are. Yeah, if you want to know about somebody or your situation and where you stand with them, yes. And if you have your own situation going on and you need insight into that, career, family, whatever it is, yeah, moving to somewhere new or, whatever it is, I can help, yeah. And also, I do tarot readings. You pick the delivery or, how you want them, kind of the medium, rather. Do you want a live reading with me or a recording? And also, Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading. And you can get a past life reading with me. If you ever want to find out how cool they are, you just email me, right? Bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles. He's walking away with one pentacle. There's 6 left, Sagittarius. So somebody is over here clinging to money. So you might be leaving a job or a relationship, and you're leaving a lot of money on the table because somebody's really trying to cling to this. She is, and he's not. He said, 1 is enough. I don't need all these here. And he even left one on the ground. He's happy too. Somebody could be walking away from some situation where there was a lot of money or financial stability, but maybe not much else. That's a possibility here. So let's get into it here. And we have the Queen of Swords, and she is entertaining a new beginning for herself in love. She's holding, or it doesn't have to be love, but we have a lot of Venus going on here in this reading, right? And so, but she is entertaining the idea of a new relationship, because she's got the butterfly on the tip of her sword. The Hanged Man, 4 of Pentacles, the Emperor. We have the Knight of Swords, and he is the most aggressive in all the decks I've seen, because he is trying to conquer this man, and he's got the sword out, and the man is falling back because he has to, or he'll be, he'll feel the wrath of that sword, right? And we have the 5 of Swords. See, there's some type of defeat in this reading, and we can see it right here. Let me move this camera down. Excuse me, and straighten it out. Yeah, straighten it out. Excuse me, just like Bobby Womack saying. See, we got. So, here, 5 of Swords, Knight of Swords. And he's already defeated somebody, and he has a smirk. It doesn't mean somebody has a smirk in this reading. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Like they're laughing at a situation. No, we don't see anything else like that here. No, it looks like these look like maturity and blah, blah, right? It doesn't look like, yeah. But something was defeated. And we see the Grim Reaper here, and he's all about an ending. And this man's trying to hold on to this money. Somebody could be trying to hold on to money or a relationship maybe. But, this is also, too, about holding on to values. The Empress is about values as well. In other words, I want to hold on to what I really want. And that's what Uranus is about. Uranus is about I'm doing things for myself. like that are good for me, like my own authenticity, and I don't care what other people think. That's very Uranian or Aquarian. Yes, and I know about that because I know Aquarians, yeah, and they often are brilliant, but they're different. They definitely are because, Uranus is about change, eccentricity, authenticity, and innovation. Yeah, about doing things better. So it's also about freedom and independence. So, but the Hangman is here, Sagittarius, in the challenging energy, and she's, feeding him some water here. There is a sacrifice going on because he definitely needs that water. Something is left out and sacrificed in this reading. Yeah, and the Hangman is the 12th house of loss. Yeah, it's a Piscean card. And yes, it also means, overcoming things spiritually. Yes, it does. Transcendence. That's why it is the last house, right? Transcending, overcoming spiritually. Interesting how they have it in, the last house. And it can mean that people, learn spirituality or really understand it when they get older. Yeah. Interesting, right? And so interesting about too is also about isolation, and that's what he's done. He's isolated himself here on this post, right? It's about your intuition, and healing, and the great mystic and visionary Pisces could be all those cool things too, for sure. And it can be about compassion, and she's showing him some compassion there, giving him water, right? And so this can be about an awakening. It can as well, especially with that tower coming as about an awakening in love. Like, who's important here, right? Who's my queen or my king? Things like that. Four of Pentacles is holding on to something. Somebody wants a new beginning with you, Sagittarius, and it's possible somebody else is trying to hold on to them. That could be it, but not necessarily. But, the real gist here, or the important thing here, is the point, is somebody wants this new beginning with you. We start with the Queen and her sword and her butterfly, right? Page of Pentacles sits in the challenge. This is very clear here that somebody values something, so they sacrifice something else. Yeah. And the Emperor is somebody who takes control of their life. They stand in their own authority, like, this is what I want for my life and this is what I don't want, right? They focus on what they want and they clear obstacles. The Emperor, he is creating order and stability in his life. That's why he's the number 4. Yes. Which represents stability, right? 4 walls in a house. Yeah, exactly. All right. And now we have the Knight of Swords, and he's trying to cut the man. That's the mindset. Something gets cut out here. We see it, 5 of Swords, and, we see it with the Hangman, too. All right. Temperance. Next to the 6 of Pentacles, Sagittarius, is some type of balance and harmony that you are creating in your own life, or somebody wants to create or create balance with you, this person possibly. Of course, it can't be about anybody else. But my point is that this is also balancing the scales with you. There's some maturity here. There's a healing. There is a grounding in this reading. Yeah, that's why you got 1 foot here, Sagittarius, Temperance, on the ground, and 1 in the water. Yes, and Temperance is a universal law to temper your character. Yes, it is. And so, and that has to do with maturity, right? When we're young, we don't know temperance. We're too, reactive. And, well, I just want that. And, things like that. So this is about grounding yourself, healing, and self-mastery, right? And, like I could say, for an example, not having a bad temper. Yeah, it's creating balance and harmony within as well. And here's the 6 of Pentacles in the concern. There could have been a third party here. Somebody gets eliminated. That definitely could be. I mean, this could be somebody coming out of the woodwork, Sagittarius, who says, hey, my relationship with, so-and-so is done. That could be the case, all right? And let's get a card on this 5 of Swords in the environment. Yeah, and with the King of Swords, see, a decision's already made. He put the sword down, and he is holding the eagle. I don't know if that's an eagle or not, but it doesn't really matter. He's holding the bird to let him go for a new beginning. That's what he's doing there, right? He's not a bald eagle, I don't think so, but But anyway, yeah. So that's what's going on. And let's get a card on the Six of Pentacles. Let's see here with the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So maybe this person has you in a third party. This is about worry. It's about conquering your fears. Maybe this person lost sleep here, but I think there was some type of third party. Right next to the Six of Pentacles, Five of Swords. There's three people in both. So, you know, maybe you guys had a sixum. Is there such a word as a sixum? No, I don't know about those things. Threesomes, sixums? I don't know about those things. No, I don't. Nor do I want to. Yeah, Four of Wands showing up in the hopes and fears with the Three of Wands. Yeah, this is all about the future. This person wants, or you want a new beginning with stability. You might want to marry this person for sure. And the potential outcome is this couple that are embracing here. Like, where have you been? Like, I missed you, could be. Or this could also be about somebody possibly that you meet, Sagittarius, who is just getting out of a relationship. It's a possibility here. I know we want people who are, you know, have had time to like process that. I get that. But this really could be about that here. And, you know, somebody, there's most likely that this person or you turned your back on something because Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, and now we have the Three of Wands, and he is launching the bird for a new beginning. Do you launch a bird or do you let it go? I'm not really sure there. I don't think you launch birds, do you? But yeah, Two of Cups in the potential outcome. Really beautiful, Sagittarius. Yeah, and you know, your birthday's coming, so it's always a favorable season when the sun is shining in your sign. Yeah, shining you and, you know, bringing clarity to your life, bringing, you know, happiness and shining on you and, you know, opportunities and all these kind of things with the sun in your chart. Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on other things as well, but as a general rule, the sun in your sign brings blessings. Yeah. Going to end this reading. Thank you so much. If you guys want a reading with me, now's the time. I have this this promotion going. Yeah, and please like, share, and subscribe. It's helping me to keep these videos coming, right, as I do. Thanks so much, you guys. Yeah, and also hit the little bell if you want to be notified of my uploads. Thanks so much.